For a channel called The Makeup Chair, I should have sit on the floor a lot. I should have called it the makeup floor. So we are going to create a delicate look today. This is like, it's like a soft glam, but it's like softer, so it's delicate. And I want you to make sure you're adjusting this for your skin tone, your undertone, and the shades that work for you. Don't feel like you have to go with pink. I'm going to be wearing kind of like pinky things on my face, but just adjust this to make sure that it works for you. I will put some more information below, but if you do need any more help, I'm always here to help. I'm also going to be using a lot of little expensive things today because it's my birthday, and I'm going to use my nice things because I don't always use my nice like skincare or my nice makeup unless it's for like a special occasion, because like when I'm on bed rest, I'm not going to use my like really expensive skincare. Maybe I should do it the other way around though. Do let me know if you see anything here that you're like, I would love that, but the price tag's a bit too high for me. I will find you a drugstore product that will work. But I'm going to be using my nice things today, if that's okay with you guys. I hope that's okay. Oh, actually, I want to start off with this because this just got sent to me. This is a booster serum and it's made in Ireland, and they sent it out to me and it was so sweet. You put 2 to 3 drops on fresh, clean skin in the morning and at night, and I just wanted to support them because they are an Irish brand. So that's what I'm going to start off with, because we're going to do a little bit of skin prep while we're here. Oh, that's too many drops. Oops. You know what? It's my birthday. I can, you know, I can go a little extra. Oh, wow, that feels good. My skin is so dry. Whenever I have like a really bad week with my JHS, my skin always takes the brunt of it and just becomes so dry. Oh, wow, that feels good. I feel like, well, we'll see because it's the first time using it, but I feel like it's gonna work quite well under my makeup. Feels almost grippy, you know, but hydrated. Oh, and actually while we're at it, I'm gonna pop this on. My sister got me this. This is so cute. Look, it's Robinson's. My sister got it for me because I live on this. It literally said on it, do not eat, because it is so tempting because it smells so good. And then I'm gonna pop on my fancy skincare, which I hope nobody gets annoyed about this, but I just really like it. It's the Lancome one. I'm getting older, you know, I'm getting close to 40, so I'm like, well, better take care of my skin. This is the High Performance Anti-Aging Cream, and it feels like heaven on the skin. There's a L'Oreal one that's like a dupe for it, so I will link that below if you're looking for something else. I swear, when I use this moisturizer, I don't even put half as much makeup on. It's definitely like a little treat though. Now, for a delicate look, which is what we're creating today, we want it all to be very blended and we want to stick to all the same kind of similar tones. Now, I did do a close-up eye tutorial, which was inspired by Ariana Grande's look in Wicked, and I will have that probably flashing up here, but I'm going to use slightly different products, but kind of apply them in the same way. But you can go and check that out if you want a little bit more detail. But I'm actually going to be using Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk today. Oh, I got ahead of myself. Gotta prime. I don't think today's gonna go very well, but you know what? We're just gonna keep going. I already popped on my lashes because I just really needed to get them on there. And I'm also worried about time today because I have lots to do today. So I was like, let me just put my lashes on before we start, and then they're done. And my brows as well. I'm just gonna prime my eyelids. Basically, it creates a barrier between, look at my eyelash. Oh, my eyelash is coming off. I used a different glue today and I knew that was gonna happen. Hold on. Oh, you're sneaky. I'll put my primer on and then I'll put my eyelash back on. I got a little discoloration just on this inner corner here. I'm gonna switch to using a brush because my nails are a bit too long to get in there. Primer basically creates a barrier between your skin and the makeup so that it lasts longer for you. However, in this case, because everything's gonna be soft and delicate, all we really want is some coverage on the eye. So we just want to hide any natural discoloration that we have. The eyelids are so thin, so it's very easy for any natural discoloration to show through. So just by using a primer that's slightly tinted, which I wish they had more shades, but a slightly tinted one really helps to camouflage any of that discoloration instead of just say using concealer or foundation, which can kind of melt off the eyeshadow. You can kind of get like little creases and it won't last as long. So using a primer is just a better option for you. And pop my eyelash back on. I was really trying to avoid needing to do this on camera just to kind of speed up the routine, and yet here we are. It is so important to use the right glue because I cannot believe how those lashes just popped right off and they were barely on for like 5 minutes. Okay. Our eyelashes back on. So now that we've primed our eyelids, I'm gonna go in with our first shadow. And I think we're gonna start off with just a little bit of the brown. So we have 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. This one is more like a shimmery, glittery one. So I'm gonna take just a little bit. This is the E26 by Blank Canvas Cosmetics. And the great thing about this is that it is like, it's flat this way. It's like that kind of shape. So you can use it like this if you wanna do like a larger section, or you can do it like this if you wanna like go horizontally, vertically. Horizontally. So I'm gonna take it just on the tip of that brush, and I'm just going to work this into the crease of the eye. So I like to keep my eyes open so I can see the shape that I'm creating, and we're just gonna pop it right in here. So right into this area, and I'm just kind of feeling for the shape of the eye. Don't apply too much of this, because what we're gonna do is then blend this out using the pink that's in this palette as well. It's like a soft pink. Repeat it on the other side. Just keep it nice and soft and blended. And I'm using the brush like this the whole time because I'm really getting it right in to the crease of the eye. And then we're gonna take a little bit of the pink, and we're just gonna kind of go over the top of that. But you see I'm holding the brush really far down the handle, so it's gonna be nice and soft. And we're just doing little circular motions, blending over what we've already applied. And then we can bring this down onto the lid. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my brush from this way to this way, and we're going to sweep, and I haven't picked up anything else. I'm going to just sweep this over this whole area, so I'm almost catching the very edge of my brow even. And I'm just going to disperse what's already on our eyelid. I'm going to take the little shimmery shade just on my fingertips. I'm just going to pop this onto my lid. I'm going to start right in that inner third, getting it to that inner corner, and then just bringing it across the lid. I'm going to just grab a small brush because I have long nails on and it's hard for me to get to that inner corner with them. This is the E37 by Blank Canvas Cosmetics. I'm going to take a little bit more of that and just get to that inner corner because I just can't get in there with my nails. We can even just use whatever's left over and just pop this underneath the brows. I'm going to take my brush, my blending brush again, and I'm just going to sweep this over because I want to soften this out. It should just be subtle. And right now it's just looking a little heavier than I would want it to be. Just move my mirror. I'm just doing little soft motions, just barely letting the brush touch over the eyelid so it's like this. It's like really soft, and it's just ever so slightly touching the eye. That's just going to disperse what's on the lid already, but it gives us that nice bright appearance on our eyelid. Obviously I'm using more pinky tones, but you can use more golden tones, bronzy tones. Just make sure that it works with your skin tone. So this is pretty much matching but slightly brighter than my skin tone, but it has that brighter effect, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that doesn't like super lighten your eyelids. You want something that just like kind of lifts it half a shade to 1 shade lighter, and then these shades would be about 1 shade darker than my skin tone, but just in 2 different colors. So we have like the pinky tone that works with the pinky overall feel, and then the more like sculpting tone which works with the rest of my skin tone, but it also adds that sculpting and shape similar to like a bronzer or contour. And then you also have this one which has more of that reflective glitter. Adding that little bit of gold in there just brings that warmth to it without overdoing it. So that's what I really like about this palette. I'm just going to tap this on the lid. If you feel like your eyes do look a little bit washed out, first of all, apply your mascara. Do my eyes just need a little bit of mascara, or do they need a little bit of definition? So you can take a darker shade than this, or you can take the shade that's in here. I like just telling you to use one palette rather than you needing to find all of these different ingredients, you know? So I'm just gonna take this on this brush, which is the E44. It's a great shape. This is just the right length for doing your wing and getting a really straight line. Great for smudging underneath, great for your brows, but also great for smudging right at the lash line. And I'm not doing a wing or anything with this. I'm literally just stamping it right at my lash line. And this is just the perfect brush for this because it does all the work for you. You can go up a little bit higher on the outer edge, but you don't necessarily have to. I like that kind of sweeping motion where it's slightly higher because it gives you that lifted effect here when it's higher and then goes lower. But you can pretty much do the entire same length the whole way across if you prefer. So I'm pretty happy with the eyes. Let's move on to the face. I'm not gonna use a primer. I had a primer here, but feeling how amazing my skin is right now, I'm just like, it must be because of this. I had to ask Davey how to pronounce it because there is a fada over the A and I don't speak Irish. Sasta, and he says it means satisfied. So we're not gonna be using a primer. We're just gonna straight in with our foundation. Do you remember last time I was talking about foundation that got discontinued? In my opinion, this is the best foundation. And then this morning, I looked it up to see how much it was and realized they discontinued it. Why did they discontinue it? It's my favorite thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I'm really worried. I'm not even gonna look it up. It's by Yves Saint Laurent. Again, it's my birthday. We're gonna use our fancy things. We're allowed to. I will say that the Rimmel one, I think it's called Wake Me Up foundation. Very similar to this. It's like a barely there kind of tint, but it packs a punch. I'm gonna apply a little bit of this on the back of my hand. What brush will we use to apply this? DE05. And I'm just gonna spread it out a little bit on my hand and then just start to pick it up. The F20 would probably work with this foundation really well too, but you know what? It's fine. We've done it now. I'm not gonna dirty up another brush. And I'm just gonna start to press this into the skin. I mean, it looks like I don't have anything on. I feel like everybody online uses a different foundation compared to me. I feel like I have a very like niche collection of foundations, but they're so good and I don't feel like they're talked about enough. For a brush that's really dense like this, because it's like, look how it can just stand by itself. It's so dense, it's not like falling under its own weight. Even though it's so dense, it has so much beautiful movement and just really works the product in. Now I do want to add some coverage, but the thing is, once I have like this kind of base on, I can then be a little bit more careful where I put all of my other products. So wherever I want coverage, I'm just going to focus on that area rather than applying a full coverage all over. I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. Did I forget my concealer? Is it in my car? My love, I'm sorry to disturb you. Is my pink little makeup case in the bedroom? I need my concealer from it and I can't find it and I think it's in there. You're the best of the world. I have my concealer. Davey got it for me. This is the Catrice one and it's really full coverage. I love it so much. You only use a very small amount of it. It spreads really well. Watch out for the shades because sometimes they can go a little gray. So you might want to add in a little bit of warmth. The brush also has a little concealer brush on the other side. So I'm going to pick up just a touch of that concealer. And let's just see where we need to. I want to work around my nose area because I have a little bit of discoloration here. And this is a little lighter than that skin tint. Quite a lot actually. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that skin tint just beside, just like a drop of it. It's going a little too light on me, so I'm just gonna mix the two of them together. I'm also just going to then bring this up around the eye, getting right to that inner corner, and then I always like to look upwards because it just smooths out the lines underneath. You can get right in there. Then you want to blend and melt it down into the foundation. You can even take whatever's left over on your foundation brush and just tap it over the top. So that is pretty much all the coverage that I want. It's not too heavy, it's nice and light, and it feels very comfortable as well. I'm going to keep going with the kind of creamy feel. We're gonna add some cream contour and highlighting. I'm gonna be using these, and I don't use them very often, but I love them. These are Giorgio Armani, so they're very expensive. I get so excited when I get to use my nice things. I'm just gonna take them onto a palette. You know, when you have expensive things that you don't use very often, you want to make sure that you're keeping them as clean as possible. So use like a palette, use something that you can like scrape your products into, and then also make sure you're always fully tightening everything. This is just going to make sure it stays the best it can for you. I actually have a different blush I might use because this is it's a bit pinky on me. Oh, there it is. This one. This is number 308, and this is, who's this by? Who is this by? Oh, Lancome. It's like written right there. So these are my shades. I have my highlighter, I have my blush, I have my contour. I have two different blushes. The cool thing about these is that they're almost a tint, and I love that. I wish that we would have more products that are like tint related, you know, but aren't like just red. I need browns, I need beiges, reds and stuff, cool. But I need this. We're gonna start off with the contour. I'm gonna be using this F86. You want to only coat the tips. The black bristles are there for support and blend. It basically helps the top ones move because there's more of the darker ones at the bottom which are like like holding on to everything. And then you have the ones at the top that are like, woo. You know, so like these do all the movement and the blending, and then the underneath are just there for support. They're like the cheerleaders, and then these are the people playing the game. So you only want to have the players coated in any of the product. So I'm gonna take that contour, and this is a like a cooler tone. Oh, I love it so much. Try to keep your face as relaxed as possible. A lot of people will do this. Don't do that. Keep your face relaxed. Look in the mirror and just see where the light hits you. See where you have the natural shadow and emphasize it a little bit more, you know? You might have a really low shadow but not a high shadow. You want to blend it up. But don't be pulling your face when you're doing these things. And just letting the white tips of the brush really work in there. Just gonna bring that in and around here just to emphasize the jaw a little bit more. Little shadowing under here. And you don't really want to bring this up around your hairline because it's more on the kind of muddy side around your hairline. It's there for a shadow, you know? Now, if you did have like your hairline was just looking a little bit too warm, for instance, you can always cool it down with something like this. If you wear fake tan, you know, when you have like your foundation that matches your neck and matches your tan, but then like right into your hairline, it's like white. And you have this line of white. I hate that. And so it looks so warm against your very light hairline, you know? So that's why I like to go in with a little bit, on the odd occasion that happens, a bit of that cooler tone just to kind of blend it in. But here's my top tip. Hold on. Let me just blend this and I'll tell you. Okay. Here's my little tip, okay? You wear fake tan on your body. Maybe you never put it on your face. That's fine. Don't have to put it on your face. But you need to push it onto your hairline. You need to get your mousse and push it and stamp it into your hairline. It needs to get into the front section of your face. And don't forget your ears. Get it right up here. Get it right in here. Push it in there. Just in the front. You don't have to do your entire head. Nobody will know that you have fake tan on. Shh, don't tell anybody. That's what I do. Okay, anyway. What were we doing? There's nothing really on this brush. It looks fairly clean because I was gonna switch brushes, but you know what? Let's pick up our highlight. Let's just tap this onto the cheeks. I'm just going like really soft with this. And then I'm going to take a mixture of that tint and a cream blush. Just on this brush, I'm gonna like really work it in. And then I'm just gonna tap this nice and high over the cheeks. And my sister's a makeup artist as well, and she did my blush once and she put it like really high up, and I was like, huh, I feel like every 5 years we should just recheck our like face shape and stuff. You might have been an oval when you first like started with makeup, but now as you get older, your face shape can change. You can have weight loss and weight gain, but I was always applying my blush in a different place. I think I used to do it down here. My face shape has definitely changed, and my sister pointed out, she's like, you're putting your blush in the wrong place, Sinead. You need to put it up higher. And she's correct. And now I put it up higher. Thank you, Katrina. I'm gonna move on and just apply a little bit of powder, but before I do powder, I always just do a little setting spray. What do we always do with setting spray? Spray it away just to check that it's not gonna go. You want the mist, but sometimes they can get clogged and you don't want that on your face. We just want it like a mist. My other fan broke, but I got this one. Look how giant this is. I meant to get the lemon, so this is lime. I don't like limes, and my dog's name is Lemons, and I really wanted the lemon one, but there was a very strange man following around the shop, so I ended up getting the lime one and was very disappointed in myself. I went home and I was just like, I meant to get the lemon one, but yeah, lime. I am going to go in with just a touch of powder. I got this little, look at this guy, he's so small. A little bit of pressed powder, and I just want to see where I need. I'm just gonna tap underneath the eyes. If you look up, you can get like a nice smooth line. Just a very small amount of this powder under there. I always have a lot of shine on my forehead. It's not like my skin is like oily or anything. It's just a weird shine. And then I got this really weird thing, and it reduces shine, right? But it's not a makeup product or skincare. It's this little ball, right? It absorbs the shine and leaves me quite matte. It's really weird. I got it in pennies. Let's do something for the lips. I know you don't like when I do this, but I'm gonna do it. Beige. I'm sorry, it has to happen. I can't explain to you how no color, except for like a red, suits me. I can't put anything on my lips. Nothing looks good. Nothing looks good on my lips. No color looks good, has to be beige. And people don't believe me. They were like, oh, add a little bit of pink. And I'm like, no, you don't know. You don't know how bad it looks on me. A little bit of that, and then, oh, that's NYX, by the way. And then this one is Catrice, and it's Intense Matte Lip Pen. And then just for a little bit extra, just gonna pop over a little bit of my gloss. A little bit of my balm. Just going over that. Finish the eyes, you can just take a little bit of the brown and just tap this right in the center, right underneath those lashes. Do a little bit of mascara. Okay, I'm gonna go do my finishing touches and finish my hair because it's a bit of a mess, and I'll be right back. So I just added some jewelry, and I always say whenever you add like lighter pearls or like, you know, just a little bit lighter than your skin tone pearls, it just adds this like lift and light to your face. I also added this little thing here. It might be over the top, but you know what? It's my birthday, so it's fine. And speaking of the fact that it's my birthday, I have this. A little bit of champagne. It's Prosecco, but it's like it's the same thing. But I don't want to have this by myself, so you guys can have some, but you're all the way over there and I can't give you any. I'm always scared to open these things. It's not gonna pop off. No, we're good. I'm gonna get Davey to do it. Good is. Mr. Davy's here, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
You did say that you're gonna be in the next video.
I did.
You committed to it, and here you are.
I am a man of my word at
Yes,
times.
you are.
At times. Always.
We're gonna have champagne, and you're gonna open them, and we couldn't find our champagne flutes, so we're gonna use wine glasses. I get too nervous.
Ooh.
Oh, it doesn't pop. Oh, it's a twist.
It's a twist off. How cheap are we?
Have it there, right? And then just go and throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay! Oh, we're so silly. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby. And cheers to the folks at
It's
home.
non-alcoholic.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
I was in it for YouTube.
I was like, hold on. What?
Just in case you're like, you can't be drinking on camera.
Yes, it's non-alcoholic. Wink, wink. Okay, cheers, everybody. To another year, hopefully.
In this economy.
It won't be champagne next time. It'll just be slightly fizzy water.
It's Prosecco, actually.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be even worse.